would she have done better? Have she not been complacent? Is that, or because the fact that the message was not resonating well with the public in the state of Massachusetts?
Good point. Like I said earlier, this election is not necessarily about party. In the old-time party operators in America, where you would go to your Democratic club in New York or in Chicago, and you would meet the guy in Boston, the old-time politicians, and he would be handing out jobs and making sure your garbage is collected. This real kind of hands-on political operation doesn't exist anymore in this country. People are not so connected to their party, but more to what's at stake for them on a personal level. Now, what has happened is, for example, the independents. Now, everybody wants to court the independent vote. It's about 40% of the vote by some people's estimation. And now the independents sway this way one election, they swing this way the other way. In 2006, they were sick of Bush. They were sick of the war. They were sick of the money that we were spending on Iraq, etc. So what did they do? 2006 showed Bush basically a mandate. In other words, in 2 years, the Republicans are going to be out. They really had a strong win for the Democrats in 2006. And in 2008, they elected Obama. But the independents, those precious independents, are the ones that both parties are looking for. Because, as I said, the parties are operated in such a way now that are not traditional in terms of the real old hands-on political operatives that work the parties, especially in the large centers, like Kansas City and St. Louis, New York, Boston, Chicago. The real guys that made things happen, and you owed that person, and you came around and he made sure that you were taken care of. Kind of like The Godfather,
Yeah.
When The Godfather says, I'll take care of it, it was taken care of. And these guys were, in a sense, godfathers. I'm not saying they were criminals, but they certainly knew how to hold on to the pulse of the community. They knew the community. They understood the people. And if you were a Democrat, that meant you were a working guy. You had working class values. You worked. You made a good salary. Maybe you made $100 a week back in 1960 or 1950, and that was enough. At that time, that was enough to take care of a family. Now those jobs are gone. And the Republicans were considered, my dad always told me the Republicans are for the rich guy and the Democrats are for the working guy. Well, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
There's the silent majority. We go through all of the Spiro Agnew rhetoric, et cetera. So things it's fascinating. Politics is fascinating in this country. But I think what's happening now is people are not so riveted to their party affiliation, but more to their economic situation, the situation.
Self-interest?
Always, well, of course. It was Tip O'Neill that said, I believe he said, all politics is local.
It is.
Was it? I believe it was. I shouldn't quote him. But all politics is local, Frank. How this administration helps you as a businessman, how this administration helps your students who are watching you in terms of their college loans, it's all about self-interest. And you know what? It's okay. That's fine. But parties are less definitive now, as they were back in the old days. And people, again, have worked hard to make a living. And those jobs, those particular jobs that they could be secure in making $100, $200 a week and supporting a family of 4, they're gone. The steel mills are closed. The manufacturing.
Most of the manufacturing jobs are outsourced.
They're gone.
You're absolutely right.
And what does the American do? We offer services and health care institutions and provide great drugs and opportunities like that.
We need to bring those jobs back to the United States.
Frank, I'm going to ask you a question. I know it's your show. You're a brilliant, successful businessman.
Thank you.
Maybe we should get together and try to figure out how the heck we do this.
You're absolutely right. Well, thank you very, very much for your
always a pleasure, Frank.
For coming to our show.
Thank you.
That is our show. Till next time, this is Frank Islam wishing you a great week. Thank you for watching.